Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Green Pill Secret. Today, we're going to talk about introversion. Now, I'm here, Jeffrey, and my co-host, Kat. Introversion, being an introvert, understanding what it's like to be an introvert, how you cope with being an introvert, and sometimes introvert is best. Oh, introvert during COVID, right?
Well, the introvert during COVID was convenient.
Hmm.
I'm gonna argue with you on introvert is best. I don't think there's a best.
Well, that's fair. That's
I
fair.
don't think there's such a thing as best. I think it's different because if everybody was
Hmm.
an introvert, we wouldn't get shit done.
That's true. We need the people that go out and make the sales and all that other stuff that they love talking and schmoozing and all that stuff. We need you guys. We love you guys. You extroverts, you're awesome on our book as well. But say love for the introverts. That's us too.
I'm one of those people that's what you call an extroverted introvert.
That's a good way of putting it.
I'm one of those people that I I do great out in the world, out doing the thing. You've seen me at cons, you've seen me,
Hmm.
I am the universal front man. I have never met a microphone that I couldn't make friends with. I am, the host of whatever, of everything. But then when that's over, don't talk to me.
Right.
I communicate by grunts. Like after
Mm,
a con, I'm a caveman for the next
right.
couple of days, and don't anybody talk to me. And I need that.
Right.
It's for real. It's this.
Yeah.
Everyone
Legit.
get away
Legit.
from me for the next couple of days while I recharge
Right.
because the batteries are just gone.
Uh, it- that's it. I mean, I will say that when we go to those conventions, so for me,
Yeah.
of course, it's a long drive up to Long Island to come see all my friends like Kat, and do our Doctor Who thing and meet Frasier and all the other cool guys that we see there. Um, I do Monday off. Monday is the drive day and the
Oh yeah.
relaxing, decompress day. Monday after the con, I take the day off of work. I let myself decompress. I let myself sort of enjoy a book that I'm listening, a science book that I'm listening to, and sort of veg out on that personal me time. And I'm like you, Kat. I am an introverted extrovert in the sense that, or rather, an introvert who can extrovert. The sense that I can go to a car show and talk about electric cars. I can do that. I don't mind. I'm happy to talk to people and talk to strangers and tell them about electric cars, but then I need my recharge time. I need my
Yeah.
back time, my time to sit and veg out on a TV show or something like that. It's just I can do it, but I don't necessarily want to be in that party and all that. And like me at parties, actually, I'm a very interesting subject in parties. I don't know if you've seen me at a party. I'm at a party, I'm listening. I'm listening and I'm listening and I'm listening and I'm listening. I may join a conversation just to listen, may throw in a point or two at that, but I'm mainly there just to listen. Not that I don't have things to say, but I'm listening.
I'm the neurodivergent weirdo who winds up in the kitchen petting the host's cat
Oh,
for
yes.
however long. Or if the host has a kid, I
Mm,
will wind up bonding with the whoever's kid.
right, right,
Or like if there's entertainment, I'll sit there and talk to the pianist forever.
right.
I'm that guy. Time was I would be center of attention guy, but that
Mm,
was sort of beaten out of me. Um,
right.
that was
I
sort of
understand.
guilted out of me.
Hmm.
I for a long time was with someone who thought that was not good and
Right.
and personality shamed me
Mm,
for a long time. We'd go to the theater and because this person was very, very introverted, except when they were performing.
all right.
And if they were performing, I'm on, go.
Right, right. Yeah, it's like a switch.
Otherwise, yeah, otherwise it was not. okay, and it wasn't okay
Hmm.
for me to do that either. And so if we'd go to like the theater or something, and I would strike up a conversation with the person sitting on the other side of me, my date would start to fume.
Oh, geez.
You just can't help yourself, can you?
Right, right.
I didn't realize that I was supposed to help myself because saying something like that implies that I should be helping myself, that
Yeah, that's
that this
terrible.
is
That
bad
is,
behavior
that's
in
really
some way.
terrible.
The fuck do you care if I'm having a
Yeah,
conversation with this person over here?
that's crazy. The funny thing is that with my marriage, I was lucky in that respect. My ex did give me a lot of leeway in terms of doing things like going out to conventions or that this and that. But my ex, whereas I talk about myself as a introvert who can do extroverted things, she is a hyper introvert. She loves the fact that she can work at home, loves the fact that maybe she goes out by herself and all these other things, and just loves to be by herself. Nothing wrong with that. She's very smart. She's very clever. She does all that. In some ways, though, it worked against my extroverted aspect in terms of we didn't do a lot of things outside because we didn't have she would generally not want to expose herself and all of that. And that sort of cramped me. I mean, think about going to a convention, right? Isn't it more fun to go to the convention with Alex? I
Well,
mean,
yeah.
exactly. And it's kind of a pity that I'm not having my beloved there with me, because it's you want to share these things, just as I'd love to go to a camera club with her and talk about photography, even though it's not my thing, just to share her love, her interest.
Oh, well, when I was with this person, I became as much of an introvert as they were because I just they didn't want to go anywhere, and so I didn't either. And
Right,
I
right.
stopped with the whole with con life, with cosplay, with
Mm,
all of that.
right.
And it that part of me was just put on the back burner, and
Mm,
it was a bummer. It really
yeah,
was. Um and and it was really hard trying to reconnect with, even for when it's appropriate. Look, I see how well I was trained? Like it's
uh,
fuck you, dude. It's always appropriate. Um,
yes,
but like even as a performer, I was having trouble connecting with that because it was so squashed. Because I
right,
was so, no, you must be an introvert. No, this is bad. Your extrovertness is bad. You being
right,
on. Oh, look, you're holding court again.
right. Well, for me though, it's kind of I come at it from a strange way. Um, as a child, I was somewhat neglected. I was neglected. I went through a lot of problems in my childhood. I had trouble making friends. I basically was forced introvert in that respect, forced in terms of feeling unsafe and not being able to leave the home and all of that kind of thing. And so I grew up in this sort of semi-toxic environment, with my mother being always having to work. Now, don't get me wrong, I love my mom. May she rest in peace. But the point is that she worked hard. She worked three jobs at times. And so there was me in the latchkey looking over my brother and all of that. And that's all I could worry about at that time. And then I go to college and I'm pretty shy and I'm not getting dates and all of that kind of stuff and all of that. So, and I was wrapping myself into this mold of introversion that was just nasty, much more introverted than I should have or wanted to be,
Yeah.
and making it such that I was hiding things like my love of Doctor Who and other things that would be social abnormal. Uh, especially in the 90s when you had to be sort of, you were weird if you liked Doctor Who in the 90s because Doctor Who wasn't on at all. But it's funny because then we had this con, Regen Who, and we mentioned it a bit in the episode that we did, and we we had that convention pop up. It was actually a pretty good convention for its time,
Of
and it
blessed
is where we
memory.
met. Yeah, in the blessed memory of it. And I'm glad that I met you, Kat, and I'm glad that we're now friends. I mean, and I made many friends from that convention, and that's when I learned that, look, Jeffrey, you can have friends. You can be somebody who likes Doctor Who. There are other people that like Doctor Who. You can have this.
No matter how much of an introvert you are allowed to be a person.
Hmm.
And being an introvert isn't something that should be forced upon you.
Right, right. And I think that's it. You can be an introvert. There's nothing wrong with that. But you need to be as introverted as you feel comfortable with.
It
No
shouldn't be
more and
forced
no
upon
less.
you by someone else or by yourself.
Exactly. And that's all it is.
Yeah.
Just be yourself. Thanks, everyone. And we'll see you next week.
Bye.